All right. Hi there. It's another lazy Saturday stream so I'm streaming these things as usual first on Patreon, but today also gonna share this thing with the guys from the Hydrofoils Generation Regatta Centra Discord. So maybe there's something would be a good some thoughts and comments from there. So planning today to just talk to watch again and talk through and learn a little bit also myself about hydrofoils generation, and for that one we'll be using the races in the eSailGP, but also we'll share some of the learnings that I got now during the week by checking the Umpire app. So thanks to Hilda, was able just to take a look and see what is the high aggressiveness. So yeah, I'll be discussing some of the things. I think there was actually a really interesting situation that Hilda shared with you at the mark. And actually, I was looking how the Umpire app is working and could it be like useful for it. So I was quite skeptical first about this Umpire view, this one, which is in the app. But it looked like actually now I warmed up to it. I think it is pretty good. But yeah, so I'll be as usual first streaming just like here on YouTube with the unlisted link. But later on, maybe in a while, I'll be also posting it also on the Instagram, and it will be on YouTube if you guys want to rewatch it later. Here are all the QR codes uh, right now on the screen. Um, yeah, let's jump to it. So first, what I would like maybe just to start, I mean, even though that sometimes it's interesting to discuss right away all kind of interesting situations and collisions and whatnot, I actually wanted to start with the boring basics and look at the first race and look at the close race that was between Diogo and Egris FS and look at the speed settings because it was really interesting. At least when I watched on Monday, I noticed there was some note small speed differences. So now I want to maybe a little bit look closer what I can pick up from the game and maybe from the way how the boat was driven. But yeah, it's always when if your boat is fast and you start ahead and extend the lead, you don't really need any any tactics or any rules. Okay, so let me now see. So I will start this replay. I think how we have maybe 1 minute. Let me go a little bit more back. Um, where are we? Like 2 minutes. And then I need to a little bit synchronize. So I'm actually hope my computer does not overheat because I'm running two instances of Windows. So because I cannot show at the same time a replay and the screen, so I'm running two instances of the Windows and two Steams. So hopefully it will be okay for the computer. So, but I need to synchronize now so that it's more or less at the same time. 120. Yeah, about now. Okay. Hopefully should be. Okay. Well, I will go to the umpire view a little bit later. That's what I'm planning. So now I'll just leave it here for the just a general way to see. And let me see which view would be. I th I think I'll start with the F3. Play the shifts, aggressive. Yes, that's the thing. But I don't think it would be visible in replay. That's probably the challenge. So that's at least in some other games, I know it's possible just to see the shifts I know when you are playing, I think you can see it on the HUD display, the shifts and the stuff. But in here, or maybe, yeah, maybe actually, yeah, if you put here, that might be possible also to see the shifts. Okay. Oh, just first, let's put you guys first. Okay, here we are. We have started. Um, quite nice, tight back to the mark. So Spain, you went through the jibe, yeah, like that. And this is maybe also help me out, but I think my understanding that this little one, it shows that this is autofoils, right? So, and then it's just only manual screens, manual sails, I believe. Okay. Um, so I think if one can put these things, for example, on the trailing boat. So first, what I was actually just watching, I was like curious how much of the work you do with the sales. So of course, obviously, at certain point, I will need to start looking at the settings that you have. But this is a little bit advanced for me, so I'm kind of like learning now, just like a little bit the basics and obviously in auto settings. So I think it's interesting how much is, for example, between. So I think, yeah, this one was a quite a tight match race between Diogo and Spain. So yeah, all manual. Egris. I think, yeah, I noticed that there were a few people here. I think Keiju was going with all full manual, so that's quite interesting. But yeah, majority of people going with automatic foils to start with. Okay, let's get to the match because I think there we go. I think there was this moment when I think Diogo and Egris, you were very close in this race. So this is always a very interesting then to see and compare because obviously you're sailing in the same shift in the same wind pressure, and I think that's where I think interesting to see. Is that gonna be? Yeah, that's the beginning of it probably. So yeah, Diogo will Libao. Okay. I want it might be also I don't know how realistic the wind shadow in here, but obviously I think to me it looks like you very well can live here. The Spain can live because this is not a wind shadow, it's very high apparent speed. Um, yeah, okay, so I think was a little bit slow build up, but what I noticed I think over here was that there is a little bit more flat boat on Spain rather than on Brazil. So I think the Brazil has a little bit of leeward hill, and I think I wonder if there is. Okay, now there is a split. So was my kind of like a first observation. Maybe it is also the angle. If I maybe switch between the boats, then it might be more visible. But I don't know if that's a fair observation. But it just really looked to me that it was a. And I I think this is also an interesting. If I would look, of course, there is this for those who actually also want to join that there is a regatta chat group, and I think this is a good wealth of information here. Where was the settings? No, let me find first. I believe there was some kind of like chat for the both setups. Yes, okay, I found so here is the both setups. So Diogo here shared. Okay, yeah, maybe now let's kind of like go back here. So again, obviously, I think it takes some seconds just to build up after the tag. But I think again, to me here, it again looks like that maybe there is just a little bit more lowered heel on the. I wonder if a little bit of the. Yeah, I think Egris says that you keep it. You need to keep it flat. Yeah, I think this is. Flat is good, but then obviously I think maybe what is interesting also, can you power up? So because you want to, I was somewhere comparing. I'm not gonna pause now because I think might be interesting to see. But if I pause, I'm gonna lose the synchronization with this. But I think with the Umpire app. But let's see. Yeah, also, okay, no, notice now there was a little bit of jib work, even though that the main even didn't move much. And I think this is something that at least I personally a little bit struggle. I don't have a really good controls on the mouse for the jib, so I usually I have it like pretty much open. Once I take off, I kind of put it somewhere like tightish enough, and or if I see it flapping, then I take it in. But I felt also, I think it may be noticeable was on the even more on the 40 AC40 in this game, that actually jib also, it's relatively notable sales that I think it also affects on the on the heel and etc. Okay, can I see maybe if I put in Diogo's here the boat and see if there is a. It looks a little bit like even windward heel, but this is downwind. I think my observation were first about the up about the upwind. Okay, this is now interesting next to each other. So I'm just like now here watching like how much of the sail work in general. Obviously, I think I would probably separately, if I would need to dive in, I think it would be good to see the setup. Okay, so this is a little bit, of course, obviously a bit more tighter rounding of Diogo. Got a little bit, stability much more faster and wider rounding for Gris. Those setups seem to be the JX40s. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, this is, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the one that, thanks for noting this one. I haven't went through this one, but yeah, you're right. There is also canting here, and but I think this is also maybe in the say it's similar as in SailGP. One have this. All the data is available for everyone. I think this is also pretty cool that one can switch, for example, in the replay. So I just switch over here, and here at the bottom you can see the settings, camber, twist. So if we can actually see, okay, differential 100 rather a little bit of pitch and camber twist. So if we actually compare it to